Hi guys, and welcome to Python tutorial for a QR code generator. Okay, so this is what I've generated, but I'm going to reset and just clear that. And let's assume we enter any other thing in there. We can just enter maybe Python QR code. There we go. So all we then need to do is just click on generate. And one other advantage of this is you can save it right away if you want. So let me show you my directory. That's my directory in there. Okay, I'm now going to save this straight into this directory. If you notice, the only files I have in here are all Python files. So if I click on save, check out what's going to happen. And click on, you see that? The code is saved right away into my directory. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together some lines of code that we can use to create a QR code generator like we have in here. You'll be able to save, reset, exit out if you want. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to delete this QR code from here. I don't need that. And we're starting a new project entirely. So delete that, minimize that, and let's start a new project. Click on new. Okay, so make sure you import the following. You will need that. Import Tkinter as TK, import Tkinter from message, Tkinter import the message, and import the QR code. You must import that. If you don't import that, it's not going to work. Okay. Then, so once you get all of those library in place, the next thing is, so let me say root, that will be equal tk dot tk, and I'm going to just enter my title in here, root.title, call that QR code generator. Right, close that. Then let's set my geometry, root.geometry, and I'm going to make that about 800 by 800. Then the coordinate, I'm going to make that 550 plus, let's say 100. Okay, that will be the coordinate. So which means when I run the program, the form should be somewhere in the middle. Okay, now you can just ask the system to loop. So if we save this now, let's go into file, save as. I'm going to save that as a QR code generator. Let's come in here. So this one is going to be QR code generator underscore YT as YouTube. There we go. That's the name. If I run it now, we should have a blank system. So that should be roots dots. Make sure you don't forget that. Okay, let's run it again. That should just be a blank frame. That's it. You can see the frame. Okay, it's dead center. All right, I'm going to close that. Now, the next thing I want to do right away is I'm just going to create something. Let's say btn title. So this title, that's going to be a frame. I'm going to call it equals tk dot label. And this label is going to be inside the root, comma. And the font is going to be equals maybe 40. And I also want that very font to be underlined. So let's call it area. And this very area, comma, is 40, comma, is going to be bold, comma, and is going to be underlined. Underline. There we go. Close that. Now, comma. The next thing we want to do is whatever text we intend to enter on this label. Since this is going to be my title, I'm just going to call it QR code generator. Close that. And I'm going to get it packed. Let's say title the pack, and let's add some space in between the next data, and I'm going to make that about 20. And that's it. So if I run that now, let's see how that's going to look like. There we go. You see that? So that's cool. Now the next thing we want to do is let's take care of our widget, the entry widget, where we have to enter our QR code. So we can call that maybe entry QR entry QR or whatever. Okay, entry, that's equals tk dot entry, and this entry is going to be a child of the root and so on. I'm going to grab hold of all of these as well. Just grab hold of them instead of reinventing the wheel. Dump it right there. Let's get rid of this. We don't need it to underline. And we'll reduce the size to about 24, comma. Then the next thing is, okay, let's justify its center. Okay, so the center font, oh, let's do one thing width. I'm going to make that about maybe 30. Yeah, 30 we do. 30 should do for this. Okay, so let's get it packed. Dot pack, and let's put a padding as well of about, I'm going to make it 20. Let's see, we may have to reduce that, or let's make it 10. 10 would do. 10, yeah. Okay, now I want you to set focus, so set the focus here. There we go. Let's run that. Run and see. There we go. Look at it. You see the cursor in there flashing because I've set it focus. Now I need a button. This is my very button. We do as follows. So I'm going to grab hold of some data in there. Just grab hold of all of these. Yeah, everything in here we help. That will help out. Grab that. Come right down here. The button that will be right underneath the entry. So that very button, I may call, maybe I should call it generate underscore btn. That will be equals tk dot button, and enter all of the following. Get rid of this. Okay, that's for my button. One other thing with the button is, let me specify the size. Get rid of this underline. I don't want it underlined, and I only want it to be about maybe 24. Okay, and the data on it to be maybe generate QR code. Okay, generate QR code. That's the data on it. All right, the width of this very button, let's say about 15. All right, that is fine. Okay, let's run that up underneath here, and I just need to get it packed. Copy, paste, and the space between is about 10. Okay, let's see how that's gonna look like for now. Run. There we go. That's my button there. Looking good so far. Now, you see here, I'm going to create my QR area. So the QR code itself, let's just paste that in there. It's going to be using label. but the label is going to be here. I'm going to get rid of every other thing in here apart from where the code that is generated will appear. That is it right there. And here, let's put a space of about, I don't know if 40 might be too much, but if it's too much, we get rid of it. And this one, let's just call it QR underscore label. There, that is the name, QR underscore label. So whatever QR code that is generated, it will be displayed in here in this very label. Okay, that is that done. Now I need 3 more buttons. I might as well copy this generate button. I have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this one here, let's call this save. Okay, that's save. And this one as well. Okay, everything is fine. 15, and in here we can just say save QR code. That's good. That's good. So the next one is going to be a reset QR code. Yeah, that's reset button. There's that in there. And the space is 1010 as well. Everything is 24. That's good. And in here it's just going to be reset. That's taken care of. Now let's take care of this. This is exit. And here that's going to be exit. And we have exit here as well. Okay, all of the widgets are in place now. Let's run it out. Let's confirm that they are all in there. Brilliant. Okay, so once we generate the QR code, it will be displayed right here. Right here, you guys might not be able to see it. There's a label here. Okay. All right. Now that we've finished developing the widget, let's try put together some functions. Okay, guys, I'm going to put my function right underneath the libraries that I uploaded. So let's enter some. Okay, that would do. This would be for the QR code itself. So let's say define as a function, define a generator. Let's give it a name. I will call it generate QR code, something like that. So come right there, paste underscore QR code. That is the name of this function. Now, using an if statement, but before then, let's say data, my data, whatever data that is entered in here inside the entry. There we go, this very entry. Grab hold of whatever data that is entered inside the entry dot get. However, if it's empty, so we can say if not data, I don't want a message box to display. So we say message box dot show error. And what error message? That can be, let's enter the title first. Error, comma, we can just say something like please enter some data. So that's my error message. Please enter some data. So get the system to return so that the user can then enter something. There we go. There. However, let's assume things goes as planned. Then we just say let's enter QR. That will be equals QR dot code. No, QR dot QR code. QR code dot QR code. Okay, open up a bracket. So let's say it's going to be version 1, comma, any error correction, that will be equals QR code dot constant dot, let's say, error underscore correct underscore L. Then we need to then define the box. So the box will be, the size is 10 and the border around it is about 4. That is fine. So I'm going to close my bracket here. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is to add the data in here. So we can just create a small variable here, and so let's say QR dot add underscore data. No, that should be lowercase. Add underscore data, and what data are we adding in there? That is going to be this very data here. Okay, so grab all of that and just add that in here. Now make, yes, confirm that is true. So qr.make, that will be equals fixed, will be true, equals true. There we go. Now after that, what we then need to do is to add the images. Then we say image, that will be equals qr.make underscore image, and this image, let's fill underscore color. The color to fill will be black, that is equals black. Yeah, that's fine. Then back color underscore color, that is going to be white. There we go. Close that. Next, image, that will be equals image underscore, no, let's say dot resize. I'm going to make that 200, comma 200, and close that off, then turn on the bracket here. Then we now need image dot lang source. Sometimes the lang source might not work for you guys, so if it doesn't work, you can always use the one known as anti-aliasing. So here I just enter a comment now asking you to use lang source to fill instead of anti-aliasing. It's because sometimes when you have an anti-aliasing here, the system will be telling you no, you need to use lang source. But sometimes you may have to use lang source. Okay, so I'm going to undo that and just leave it the way it is. So here I'm going to say use anti-aliasing instead of lang source. Either way, anyone, you know what to do now. The error will pop up saying no, I don't want lang source, I want anti-aliasing. So you just change it around. Okay, that's fine. Depend on your own system again. So let's say image underscore tk, that will be equals image tk dot photo image, and that's going to be image. Then QR underscore label dot image. That to be equals image underscore TK. Right, that takes care of the QI generator. So I'm going to copy these lines of codes. Let's copy that. And here, go straight to my button. Where is that? There we go. That's the button right there. So I'm just going to put comma here. And let's say command. That to be equals. That should be equals. Equals, and the command is WM. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to try it out. If it works, we should be able to see some QR code. There we go. So no error so far. So I'm just going to enter YouTube QR code generator. Yeah, that'll do. Click on the button, decision time. There we go. Look at that, guys. Ha ha ha. That's good. Now what we then need to do is when I click on this, I should be able to save it, reset, and exit. So let's go back in here. Okay, have a good look at the lines of code that I used to generate the QR code. That is the main function that you guys need. All these other one, that's just creating buttons and so on. Name of my project, label, entry, buttons, and a label. This is the label where the QR code is displayed. Alright, so the next thing that is left for me now is just to create something to save. So in here, I'm going to put that underneath here. Okay, so let's say save underscore QR code. Come right down here. And if the data is whatever, do this. So we can even grab all of everything in here. If there's no data, complain, else, save. There we go. Paste that in here. And let's get this indented. Yeah. So, however, if there's data in there, we want the following. So I'm going to go ahead, grab all of these again. Everything in here. I think I'm going to need the image as well. Yeah, up to there. Copy everything there. And just come right down here. Paste. Okay. But this need indentation. Get this one indented. Now, we have up to image. Okay, we fill the background and so on. Okay, we now need a path for it. The path where I intend to save my work. Let's say save underscore path. And I'm just going to say R. Now let me go and copy the path. It's right here. This is it. Instead of me, this is the path in there. So that is it right there. Right click and just copy path. There we go. Just paste it right in here. There, that's safer for me to do. Okay, that's my own path. That's what you guys need to do. Okay, so once you've done that, okay, yeah, that's my part. The next thing is the name, whatever name you want to call your QR. I'm going to say back space. You can call it QR code or whatever. The choice is yours. QR code dot PNG. Okay, that's the name I want to call my image. Now I'm going to say image dot save path. Close and correct this properly and get it indented back. Okay, Then we also need a message to say saved correctly or whatever. I'm just going to grab hold of this message, dump it right in here. Okay, and yeah, that's fine. And this message can be maybe successful or you succeed. So we can say, okay, let the system generate the rest. So we can just say in here, I'm going to say F, okay, QR code, save at the path. If you want to enter the path, so I'm just going to copy this, save at so place. Okay, there we go, and that must be inside a coily braces. Okay, coily braces, remember that there's a part inside the coily braces, and close the, yeah, that is it, done. I'm now going to copy this and come straight to the button. Where is the button save? That's the button save in here. So command equals that. Okay guys, let's try this out. Okay, that's going to be the name. Let me show you guys the folder. That's the folder in there. See the folder? There's nothing in there. Okay, I'm now going to run it. Run there, and let's just call this testing. Click, then decision time. Let's move this aside and come back in here. Then we click on save QR code. Yep, there we go. Look at it right there. Double click on that. Look at it. That's the QR code. All right, with the name I asked you to call it. All right, so if you want, you can change the name. Let's go back in there and change the name to something like save QR code here. Save QR code. Okay, that's going to be the file name. So now let's save and run. So we can just call that new QR code. New QR code. Now generate that. Let's open up my directory so that you can see the new QR code. Save new QR code. Okay, click on save. There we go. Look at this, save QR code. So you see how easy that is, guys. Okay, you see that. So I'm going to exit out. One good thing about this is you use it to generate any kind of QR code you want. Anything, name it, anything. There, you will generate it. Okay. Now let's exit out. The next thing we want to do now is just to reset the entry and the QR code label. This one. Where is it? This one. We need to reset it. So grab hold of that. Okay, so we just say .config image. Let's call that reset. And here that is going to be .image. Yeah, .image is going to be empty. Yes. Now config image equals nothing. And the next one is going to be this one. Let's clear this one. That's where we enter all of our data in this. We just need to delete. Come in here and let's say delete from 0 to the last data that you have in the TK comma dot to the end of data. There we go. That's my reset. Grab all of these, attach it to the button. Come right down here. Where's reset? That is it. comma, command equals reset. Save and run. Enter QR code, generate QR code. We can save that. I don't want to reset. There we go. Look at that. That is brilliant. And you can just reset and regenerate. That's one good thing about it. Look. Reset, regenerate. That's how brilliant it is. Alright, now finally let's take care of exits. By now, those who follow my tutorial regularly, you should know how to put together exit. So let's say exit program, and that is going to be, let's say, result. That's going to be message box. I'll grab all of these, dump it in here. The message box in this case is going to ask question. So dot ask yes or no. Yes, no. Okay, so the title is reset. Sorry, the title is exit. And in here, all of it is, that's going to be maybe something like confirm if you want to exit, something like that. Yeah, confirm. There we go. That's it. Press enter. So if the answer to that, if results, if that is yes, then we just destroy. Let's say root dot destroy. Enter parentheses. That's it. So I'm going to copy this and paste it on the exit button. Yes, exit. Comma command equals that. All right, I think I'm done. Let's try out the exit. So let's run. Click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. That is it, guys. That's how you create your own QR code. So let's have a look at the top. You need the following libraries. Function for QR code. You can always pause to type it out. Function to save generated QR code onto your own designated area. This is my designated area, as you can see. Save on my desktop. You can save it wherever you want. Okay. And here, to reset. Function to exit. Name of my app. Title. Size and coordinate. And here I have the title that I added onto the form itself. Entering widget. Button that I click to generate the QR code. The label that QR code is displayed on. The save button. Reset button. Exit button. Get the loop. Get the system to loop once you start a program. And that's all there is to it. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. And bye for now. Goodbye.